little jingle.
No.
What's up, everybody?
Whatever,
Happy Tuesday. Happy Fantasy Dad's Day. This is episode 10. Crazy. We already did 10 episodes of this. But we are breaking down the AFC East today. We're going to recap some injuries that happened. Yesterday we had a pretty solid mock draft. Went pretty well, I think. I don't know. Nothing really happened that went bad.
I think
it went well. Kevin ended up with 2 tight ends and ended up with a really solid team, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're talking AFC East today. Try not to get too homage on you guys, but if we do, I apologize ahead of time. But we are big Pats fans.
Right.
But so when we talk about the Pats, we'll save them for last because we may carry on a little bit longer than the other teams. But I just want to apologize ahead of time because we are New Englanders here. But
right, being from Rhode Island, it's okay.
It's accepted. So anyway, we'll let Kev talk about some recent injuries or whatever he's got for us, and then we'll jump in.
We've seen a lot of different things come out of training camp so far. I don't really know how far to read into some of them, but AJ Green tweaked his hamstring already. Watched the rest of the session from the sideline. So
later,
I was already staying away from him. I know a lot of people are taking him as a potential value, but I don't know. I don't like to hear that. We got Jalen Hurd was one of our sleepers. He tore his ACL at practice. That's all done. This is big for Brandon Ayuk, I think.
Big for
what do we got here?
I like Ayuk
Ricky
now.
Seals-Jones, not fantasy relevant. Started off during practice.
Ricky Seals-Jones update.
Ricky Seals-Jones.
He finds his way on the fantasy
I'm going to cover all the bases here, man.
Wow. He finds his way on the fantasy dads. He was relevant.
Here we go. We got Jarvis Landry's hip is the biggest concern for the Browns passing offense.
Wow.
He's not 100%.
Oh, that's big.
Well, it's not 100%. That's coming off an injury.
Is he practicing?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of affects OBJ. If he's not over the middle.
Doesn't really say, but he waited until February to have the surgery, so.
Interesting.
A little late.
That's a tidbit. That kind of goes back to the Edelman-Landry discussion we had last week. Kind of pushes me more towards Edelman. These kind of injuries early in training camp. Definitely got to pay attention to. DeAndre Hopkins was kind of limped up, right? Denzel Mims.
I saw he had a tweaked hamstring too. Denzel Mims tweaked his hamstring. T. Higgins has a hamstring already.
Mm-hmm. It's not good.
And it was Hawkinson. Hawkinson is the one I was thinking.
Hawkinson.
He said he's not 100%.
Oh God.
Still, from his injury last year.
Wasn't he a concussion last year? What else did he do? He did something.
No, he had an ankle injury, I believe it was.
Oh, we're right.
He's saying it's not 100%.
Well, that's not good.
I know a lot of people are interested in him as a late round tight end, but we'll have to keep an eye on that. Then there's some other little hype nuggets coming out.
What about
Damian
Chubb?
Harris? Chubb, that's a concussion. I don't think he has a major history of them, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it.
Okay.
Yet.
He was placing the
concussions
protocol.
are usually like 1 week injuries, man.
Okay. Hopefully that's all it is. That's a first round pick to some people. But
if it's only usually these guys, even if it's their second or third concussion, they're back in a week or two. As long as they're not having symptoms anymore. That's about it.
Yeah. All right. That's it then, I think. I don't really have anything
Hype
else.
train, though, is starting to roll on our guy here.
Oh, Mr. Damian Harris.
Damian Harris, the hype train's rolling.
Good. He deserves it.
Getting a heavy workload.
There's a lot of hype trains going on right now.
Everybody's getting hype. Everybody's getting hype right now.
A lot of people from this division. The Jets' offensive line's getting crazy hyped, which is good.
Chris Herndon, hype train, which is good. I like
train.
Chris Herndon.
Love Bell starting to go up in the draft boards. Preston Williams. They have 3 receivers back out. So Allen Hurns and Kenny Stills. No, Stills is Houston. Who's the other guy they got?
Albert Wilson and Allen Hurns.
Albert Wilson
opted out.
Right. So that leaves Preston Williams, but they're saying he's not 100% yet either.
Right. It's just another reason why I like Mike Gesicki over
Mike
there.
Gesicki. We're gonna have tons to talk about today. Um,
So that'll lead us right into it then.
yeah, we'll talk right about the Dolphins. The Dolphins, I got in last place this year. Kevin's got them in behind the
I
Jets, but
basically have it as a tie at the bottom.
yeah.
Them both going like 4-12.
All right.
They have a brutal schedule.
Yeah,
Our whole division does.
yeah. AFC has got a tough break this year.
It's our division anyway.
Um,
Yeah.
but from the Dolphins, I mean, if Ryan Fitzpatrick comes out as a starting quarterback and produces the numbers that he was producing last year with these receivers, they're all could be fantasy relevant players. I mean, Preston Williams was very fantasy relevant last year before his injury, undrafted rookie. Devontae Parker blew up last year. So, I mean, these are definitely guys to target in the draft, even though they're on a crappy team. Because sometimes being on crappy teams can all kind of buff your
It's a good
stats.
thing.
Could be a
It's
good
a good
thing.
thing. Especially looking like Fitzpatrick is definitely going to be the week 1 starter,
Okay.
and probably at least a few weeks beyond that. We know what he does.
I'm just interested to know when Tua gets in. Like, how short of a leash are they
Right.
giving Fitz? I mean, I think Fitz is a guy you don't even need to give him a leash. Even if he goes out
I
there,
don't think it's
throws his 4 picks, I don't think he's gonna get benched.
I don't think it's really a leash thing. I think it's more about when is Tua ready.
Right. He says he's ready.
I don't I don't really know who's making the decision. Coach, GM, got to be the coach. Got to be Flores, right?
Right. Um, maybe
They
Tua.
might hold him out all year, man. We've seen it before.
I mean, there's no way Fitzpatrick wins the job in camp over Tua. Tua's a better quarterback. There's not a doubt in my mind. There's not. You know what I mean? He's more athletic. He runs the ball. Um, what I'm staying away from though in Miami is the backfield. I am not taking Jordan Howard. I am not taking Matt Breida. I I don't know. It scares me. I don't understand what they're gonna do. I read that Howard's gonna handle early down, and then I saw Breida's gonna handle early down. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that's a situation where I don't even want to take a risk. I'll let somebody else take that risk.
Yeah,
Have
I
it.
mean, they both could be a value, but I also really have
Not
no idea how
not a clue.
they take out. But I lean Breida in a PPR just because Jordan Howard has
Slow.
never really shown. He's never really shown that he's like good.
Do we
But
remember?
I'm not too excited about either of them.
Do we remember Patrick Laird?
Patrick Laird is still there.
Patrick Laird is
That's
still there.
true.
He was a third down
Laird is still there,
specialist.
isn't he? Miles Gaskin is still on the roster as
Miles
well.
Gaskins, one of my sleepers.
Pretty sure your boy Kalen Balaj is technically still on the roster as
Caleb
well.
Balaj. Oh
He'll be
man,
cut.
I
Gaskin,
I would
I
think
don't
so.
really know much about him, but
Gaskin was a rookie out of Kent State, I believe, last year. I had him as a sleeper for the final weeks of the season. They ended up not giving him the ball. Kind of disappointed in that. They ended up going with Patrick Laird. But Laird looked all right. I don't know. The Dolphins' backfield just it makes me nervous. I'd rather go elsewhere. If I'm going to invest in the Dolphins, I'll invest in their receiving core. And you'll invest in their tight end. You like that boy
absolutely.
Giziki?
I mean,
Gazeki? I don't know.
Mike Gesicki.
Gasecki. You've
You
talked
can do a
about
lot worse at tight end.
You could. A lot of people got him in the top 5. I
Guys
mean, we had a
gonna
guy.
get targets.
Yeah, he's gonna get the red zone looks. He's athletic. He fast. He's kind of like Kittle from what I was looking at. Speed wise, he's bigger.
Poor man's Kittle.
He's bigger than Kittle. He might be. He might be.
He's definitely got every opportunity this year to break out. So he's one of my top picks there.
You did a
As
spotlight
a late
on
round pick.
Mr. Gasicki.
I have him at the top of my list of guys I'm probably gonna pick like 10th round or later. Like
So
big flip guys.
So the Dolphins, they're gonna go with Ryan Fitzpatrick, but a lot of people like to wait late rounds to take a quarterback or, stream guys. But looking at the Dolphins' schedule, it's not something that I would want to do. It looks like the first 4 games of the season is against the Pats, who could be vulnerable on defense. but I don't know. We'll see how those rookies they drafted at linebacker are. But you got the Pats, the Bills, the Jags is a good matchup, and then the Seahawks. That's tough, I think. And then the 49ers, Broncos, Chargers, Rams. That's a really tough schedule.
Oh, yeah, they're running the gauntlet there, dude.
Yeah,
That's not
tough.
good, really good for Parker either.
No, that's not good for Parker. It's not good for Preston Williams.
He's gonna get well, it's better for Preston Williams.
Well, I don't
I
know.
mean, Parker's getting your shutdown corners. He's getting the Gilmore. He's getting
He's getting Gilmore here, and he's got to get the Bills.
the Casey Hayward. He's getting Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen
right?
Ramsey, AJ Bouye.
Sherman. Well, I don't know if Sherman's gonna be a shadow corner.
No, he never really is.
I don't think he was last year,
More of a zone
but
corner.
they have a good defense.
Yep. And then
all
he's got
around anyway.
Patrick Peterson the following week. Wait, is he still at the Cardinals? Yeah, right. What terrible,
Patrick Peterson shadows.
terrible fucking.
That's a brutal schedule.
And then he gets the Jets. So until yeah, it's not good. So I
Honestly,
still would invest in Parker, but
I like Parker, but that makes me
eh.
definitely. I'm probably gonna knock him down a few pegs. Honestly, I mean, I've looked at the schedule, but to actually think about how many elite shadow corners he's really gonna have to face,
It's intimidating.
I'd probably rather just pick Preston Williams in like 12th or 13th round.
If you're gonna buy a share of the Dolphins,
Right, or Gesicki. I'll get my Gesicki share and maybe stay away from the guy who's going to draw all of those top corners.
He does have a weak spot, though. There is a weak spot in the schedule.
Is it the playoffs? That'd be huge.
It is.
So it's the last few games, right?
Partial playoffs. The Bengals. Well, that's gonna be that's the last week of the regular season.
Week 13.
Yeah, but then after that, he's got the Chiefs, who could be vulnerable on the defensive side. They're not always.
They don't have a shutdown corner
Right.
at least.
They're not always that great on defense. And then he's got the Raiders, and then week 17 is the Bills. So a lot of leagues don't even use that week, so it don't matter.
Yeah, so he's gonna get Tre'Davious White twice. Also, he's getting Gilmore twice.
Yep.
Yeah, that hurts.
Hurts his stock.
That's not great.
Hurts his stock. Right now I got them going 4-12. And looking at the schedule,
Me too, right?
I might have that go down. I don't see them winning a lot of these games unless Tua comes on the scene.
Honestly, I didn't see the Jets winning a lot of games either. I think they're both gonna go 4-12.
Yeah.
It is a very tough schedule.
Unless Tua comes on the scene, he's the next big thing. Then hey, maybe. But nah. Look at the quick schedule, I'm all set.
I know they added a lot to their defense. They got Byron Jones, so now they have two. You could say.
But I feel
shutdown
like they overpay on defense every year. And
they got Van Noy, right?
Yeah, they brought in a lot of Pats, from what I can remember.
They brought in some good help on defense, but it's still the Dolphins.
Right. They'll beat us. They'll beat the Pats. So I gave them the one win they get against the Pats every year.
Yeah, I have them beating us in Miami, as they usually do.
Well, they beat us in Foxborough this past year. And
They did.
I was there for that.
Did they beat us twice this year, or did we win?
We
won the Miami game. That was the game we had Antonio Brown.
Yeah, and we smoked them. So yeah, Dolphins. Gesicki. I'm never gonna get his name right. You could put him on your list. I like Devontae Parker. I think he's still kind of a value pick, even though he's got some tough matchups. But I mean, if Preston Williams comes out and was playing the way he was, Devontae Parker might not get the looks he got last year. So you got to keep an eye on that, because Fitzpatrick did like to go to Preston Williams. He was a valuable wide receiver too while he was healthy last year. So make sure you pay attention to that. Running backs, I'd stay away from the running backs. I wouldn't even think about drafting Breida or Howard. Even if they slip to the 13th round, I'm good, man. I'm good. After last year, after watching Ballage average 1.2 yards a carry, I can't see them doing any better, to be honest with you. So I'm good. I don't know about you, Kev. You got any? I mean, you got your tight end. I don't know. Anybody else stand out to you, really?
That's about it for the Dolphins.
Yeah, no sleepers on that team either, really. The tight end's not really a sleeper anymore. He's kind of out there. Yeah.
Not really sure who's going to be their third wide receiver right now. I wouldn't really be too interested.
Well, they lost Hearns. They lost So probably Jakeem Grant.
Albert Wilson.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Jakeem Grant fast.
Yeah, they brought in what's his name too? Chester Rogers, my boy Chester, made his way onto the team. My boy Chester. All right. Anyway, so ending that topic, not Dolphin Keen over here. We're gonna head into the Jets. Talk about the Jets a little bit. I'm high on Bell again. Not first overall high, but reading some stuff about how their offensive line is supposed to be the most improved. It intrigues me because I think Darnold has what it takes to be an NFL quarterback in this league. I think he's got the skill set. I know
we did. Go on.
I know we made him see ghosts last year, but I don't know. I just I like Lev. I like Lev Bell again this year. That offensive line can come around. Lev Bell can be a valuable option at running back.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape. Have you seen him?
Yeah, dude. I think he's ready. I think
he's supposed to be playing in like the best shape of his life.
That's what he's saying. I don't want
to. He's ready to go.
Oh, I mean, I got him in the second round yesterday. Last pick of the second round.
I do like his value in a PPR. We saw it last year. Darnold easily became the security blanket. He'll catch some balls.
Dump offs.
I mean, last year his touchdown numbers were really, really low, right?
Oh yeah, terrible.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's really going to be better.
He had 3. He'll have more than 3. He has to.
He should have more than 3, even with this brutal schedule.
Yeah, it is tough.
So there's some.
He's got some tough schedules, but besides Lev, they got Denzel Mims was one of my sleepers this year. Not really a sleeper, but a guy that I would not be scared to take in like the later rounds. But he's got a hamstring injury, so he's off my board.
He's missing valuable
time,
training camp time right now.
But that boosts his stock on Jamison Crowder, in my opinion, a PPR machine.
Oh yeah, definitely good for Crowder in a PPR. I'm interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
As my wide receiver 3.
Oh, for sure. But what about Bashard Perriman? Are you a believer in Bashard Perriman after last year?
Perriman. I mean, after seeing him play with Jameis, started to believe, but Jameis was just kind of slinging it up there. You go to the Jets, and Darnold might have to do the same thing. And if Perriman can be the clear-cut, like, downfield option for the team, he's going to have some of those weeks where he absolutely blows up. So, definitely, you can do worse at, like, a late-round guy, stash on your bench. And he's hyping up Darnold's arm. That's a good thing. Have a receiver telling you how good the touch on your deep ball is.
Right. Because
there could be something there.
Right now, he's the wide receiver 1 on the team. He's gonna get the wide receiver 1 volume on their team. If that's who else is he gonna throw to? Did they bring in Hogan? Did that just happen?
Yeah, I think they did.
Tino,
I'm not interested.
Tino's here. Did they bring in Hogan?
Tino's in the chat.
The Jets fan.
I believe they signed Hogan.
I think they brought Hogan.
No, I'm not into Hogan.
Why? He's gonna get snaps. He's a vet. He's gonna start.
What did he do last year, man?
It don't matter. He's gonna have way more targets this year. Who did he go to? He went somewhere.
Crowder's gonna be a target monster. Look out for Chris Herndon. Herndon's back.
Yeah, he got signed by the Jets.
Adam Gase is actually talking about him and saying he looks great. He's gonna be the tight end 1. Last year, all Adam Gase would say is that he might be back next week. That was it.
I sat on.
There was nothing. It was like, oh yeah, he might come back. This year he's hyping him up. So that is big. I'm interested in him. He's another one of the guys. Or if I don't get my Kelsey or Kittle share, I'm just gonna grab like 2 tight ends in the last couple of rounds of the draft. Herndon is definitely one I'm interested in.
For sure. I sat on him last year all season waiting for him to get called into the game, but never happened.
Oh, yeah.
They brought in Ryan Griffin, It's a guy to keep an eye on. Takes targets away from Herndon. He was a valuable option in Houston. But
Griffin was there last year.
was he? Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was good.
He was the guy that was there when he wanted it to be Herndon.
Right.
Yeah, actually, Griffin had a few good weeks
He did
last year.
I remember that. That's why I was thinking of
But yeah, no, this year I'm looking for it to be hopefully.
I mean, he had 5 touchdowns.
I mean, we never know with Adam Gase. I mean, the guy is talking about giving Frank Gore a nice chunk of Lev Bell's workload.
Fucking hate him.
I mean, I swear to God, if it's like second and goal from the 2 and it's Frank Gore on the field, I don't know, Rye. I think I'm just gonna give up.
I hate it.
I'm canceling the red zone. I'm off the show. I'm done with fantasy.
I hate it. Tino, I hate it.
I'm done with that. I'm done with it.
Why is Adam Gase even there?
Adam Gase would immediately. I mean, I could probably coach a football team better than that.
He must be porking down someone's wife, and they like it. That's the only reason why he's there. Frank Gore.
Incredible.
They brought Kenneth Dixon in. They drafted a rookie running back, Michael Prine. I mean, Josh Adams got signed.
Oh, I think Gore's gonna get. He's gonna get some work.
They brought in a lot of people.
He was awful last year. He was absolutely terrible in Buffalo last year. He couldn't score.
Frank Gore
to a point where he just couldn't score anymore. That's why, I mean, Josh Allen's touchdown numbers were very high.
Tough. He had a tough year last year. He's fucking 40 years old. 16 years in the season.
We'll see how it plays out.
Definitely a legend, but he needs to get off.
I don't think he's actually gonna do it. I don't think he's really.
Do you think he's gonna make the team?
Oh, he's gonna make the team.
That's crazy.
He's making the team. He doesn't age.
I cut him all day in Madden. 37 years old. Get off my team. That's insane. That's insanity, dude. You got a guy like Lev Bell.
We're gonna give him a chunk of Lev Bell's workload. Yeah, the freak athlete.
You don't need to use anybody else. Just give Bell the ball every play. He did it in Pittsburgh.
Nah.
Just like, you know what I mean? Like, did you not see what this guy did in Pittsburgh? Do people not remember how dominant he was in Pittsburgh? He was the RB1 for 3 years in a row. Right. I'm just saying, he still has it. He's got to. He looks great right now. I don't know. He disappointed me last year, so I'm still frustrated with Lev Bell, but he's going to come back.
I think I'm a little bit higher on Lev Bell than a lot of people. Now, I'm not higher than you, but I'm taking him over most of those other older running backs with a change of scenery. A lot of those guys those third-round running backs that really just make me want to vomit. Lev Bell's probably
There's so many of those.
I really do. I look at him and I have to just pivot away and pick a wide receiver. Figure it out later.
Would you rather have Lev Bell or Austin Eckler?
Eckler.
Lev Bell or Mark Ingram?
Bell, sure.
Bell?
Bell, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, no, Ingram doesn't have much utility as a pass catcher, and he's probably going to lose his job eventually.
Okay. All right.
Bell's not going to lose his job. He might lose a couple carries to Frank Gore, but he's the guy.
Who knows?
Mark Ingram could definitely lose his job.
Lev Bell might end up on a different team by the end of the year. Might not even be on the Jets.
Oh, I mean, we'll be talking about that when it happens.
I don't know. I'm still drafting him. I still love him. Still taking him. Still one of my favorite players in the NFL to watch. So, receivers, Crowder. We got Bell. You got Herndon. The defense, not good. So they're gonna have to throw the ball a lot. Darnold, is he an option for you at quarterback? Flex? Not flex. Streamer? No. Okay.
Not yet. I mean, have to see it.
Yeah,
but his schedule is absolutely just garbage. I mean, I'm not starting against Buffalo. I'm not starting against 49ers. So, I mean, why would I even... I'm not going to entertain...
Yeah, he's
not even going to entertain it. So maybe week 5 against the Cardinals, but like at that, you got to have a better option than Sam Darnold. And maybe in a super flex, like if you're desperate, yeah, you're going to have him.
His playoff schedule sucks too. So you can't even like really stream him. First round of the playoffs, he's got the Raiders, and after that, he's got the Seahawks and the Rams. That's tough. I think the Seahawks defense is gonna be a lot better than people think. So I think bringing Jamal Adams, that's actually a pretty interesting game. But yeah, you're right. That schedule sucks. You got Stephon Gilmore twice. That sucks as it is right there. And then you start off with the Bills, the
Game is right
49ers, the
twice.
Colts, the Broncos, the Cardinals, the Chargers, the Bills. That's tough.
It's just
That's it.
yuck, bro.
That's
That is
ugly.
solid 3-13 or 4-12.
I got
Both
them. I
the
got them
Jets
6
and the
and
Dolphins.
10. I believe
Ah,
in Donald a little
so
bit.
they're gonna steal a couple of these games away.
They might. I think they can go
And
in. They could beat the
They could
Pats.
beat the Raiders at home. Like that can happen. That's
So
one.
I'll
but-
give you my 6 right here. 1 against the Pats, 1 against the Bills, 2 against the Dolphins. That's 4. Okay.
I don't know about.
So that's
Dude,
4.
the Dolphins aren't that bad.
That's 4 though. They're gonna beat.
They're not gonna beat the Dolphins twice.
I'm just saying. That's
They're not
my
gonna beat them
prediction.
twice, bro.
My prediction.
All right.
Prediction.
I got it. I feel
Okay.
it. I feel it.
That's 4. So they only got to take 2 games away after that. I think they could probably beat the Colts. Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe
the Colts?
Maybe they could beat Cleveland.
But I have
maybe?
them. That's who I have them beating. I have them beating Cleveland and the Raiders. That's my 6. But like there's other game.
but
There's swing
I mean,
games.
those teams are so much more talented than the Jets. I don't know, man. They should lose every single one of these games. To be honest with you,
I'm making a case.
and their two best defensive players are now gone.
Yeah, that's not good.
I
But
can't.
what were we just talking about before the show? Bad defense equals a solid output.
Well,
for fantasy.
I mean that. Right, for fantasy, maybe. I mean, I'm still only really interested in Jamison Crowder, Chris Herndon.
Okay. All right.
I don't know about Perriman. I might snag him late in a draft or two. But
Herndon's an athlete.
I think Perriman for me is like an ideal target in like a best ball.
Mm-hmm. These are the burners, for sure. All right. So yeah, I got the Jets 6 and 10. You got them 4 and 12. Whatever.
4 and 12.
They're gonna suck anyway. But we'll talk about some teams that actually might have some implications and.
You want to talk about New England?
No, let's save them for last. We'll talk about the Bills.
We'll do Buffalo.
We'll do Buffalo first. Buffalo is very intriguing. They have a lot of fantasy options on their team. You got Josh Allen. You got Devin Singletary. You got the rookie who's getting picked in like the 10th, 11th round. I forget his name right now. Kev, help me out. Zach Moss. You got Stephon Diggs. You got Cole Beasley is an interesting name. You also got Dawson Knox, who's starting to get hyped up a lot. The other receiver, John Brown. They got options. They got fantasy options that I wouldn't mind having on my team. I got Stephon Diggs pretty high in my rankings. I like him. John Brown's an interesting option. You got him in the 15th round yesterday in the mock draft.
I got him super late. Yeah.
That's crazy. Cole Beasley is another guy. Like Jamison Crowder, I mean, depending on this offense and what it's going to do with Josh Allen, that's a guy to keep an eye on as a PPR guy. A lot of these drafts, you get these guys in the later rounds like Jamison Crowder, Cole Beasley, Russell Gage, I guess you could say. Just guys who get a lot of PPR catches.
Yeah, I mean, but Crowder's like the clear guy for targets, whereas Stephon Diggs is going to dominate the target share.
Okay. No, I agree. For sure. They got that boy Duke Williams, too. So
Duke Williams. I remember last year on Team Doo-Doo Squad. I picked up Duke Williams because there was, the Bills Mafia was hyping him up like he was about to come in and do something, and it didn't work out. It didn't pan out for me, we could say.
They also drafted a receiver, big body, Isaiah Hodgins. This is another guy I have on my list. He's
interesting.
Big boy, 6'3". So other than that, Devin Singletary is an interesting guy. Everybody, last year's his rookie season, he was the guy to have. He was the rookie guy to have. He looked decent, but he also looked really bad sometimes. But then he had games where he was just like explosive as hell, and then he had games where he couldn't catch a ball. So I'm curious to see what they do. They drafted a running back extremely early. Frank Gore took a lot of work from him last year, so I'm curious to see if
all the goal line.
Yeah, so Devin Singletary makes me nervous. I don't know if I would. He's in that field though with those running backs, that like group of running backs that like could be good, or they're just gonna be mid-tier RB2s, flex plays for the whole season, and it's a waste of a 3rd round pick or a 4th round pick wherever he's going.
I like if they can get Singletary more involved in the passing game, I think we'll be all right.
Red zone scares me though.
That's big if.
And
Big if.
Zach Moss can catch the ball.
Josh Allen doesn't really dump the ball off. He
Right.
runs.
He'll take
So
off. They'd have to be design
I'm a
plays.
little
So
concerned.
bringing in Stephon Diggs kind of takes away those design plays because now they get design plays for him because he's a superstar, in my opinion. I don't know about you, but I think Stephon Diggs is a superstar. He could blow the top off a defense at any given moment. Over the middle, he can blow it up. I mean, I like Stephon Diggs. I'd be happy taking Stephon Diggs in fantasy this year. I haven't been picking him a lot in the mock drafts because other people have been slipping to me, but that's a name I like to keep in my head. I got him ranked, I think. Look at my rankings quick. I got him at 16, right after AJ Brown. So that could flip flop too. I could easily see him finishing ahead of the guys who are in front of him, which is AJ Brown, Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen, Juju, and Odell on my list at least. So yeah. What about you? You like Diggs?
Not as much as you do. It's just another thing with the volume. They're not going to throw the ball enough. To be, I mean, you can't put him up there with those other guys. I don't think. I think I probably have him in like 20.
You have him down
20 and 25 range.
You got him with Devontae Parker, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett.
Like you're gonna pick him over. You're gonna pick him over Chark.
Yes.
Oof. Oh, that's a tough call for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I would take him over Chark.
He might be. I don't even. I don't even know if you'd say he's better.
Stephon Diggs.
Chark looked like a legitimate superstar last year.
Looked.
But
I don't know.
We'll see.
Josh Allen comes onto the scene.
He's obviously the best receiver Josh Allen has had, though. So
right, and you love Josh Allen.
We'll see if he can. Of course,
okay.
Most of it is his rushing upside, though. If he doesn't run as much, I don't really want him.
Okay.
He didn't throw the ball well.
No, he didn't.
He didn't throw a lot of touchdowns. So the only thing that has made him valuable is his legs. So he's got to keep going with that, or it'll be a waste of a pick.
I got him at quarterback.
If he doesn't run like he did last year, and I picked him over like Matt Ryan, that's gonna really hurt my season.
That'll bite you in the ass.
It will. It will. But I mean, 2 years in a row, he's had like 10 touchdowns, 9 rushing touchdowns. So you just expect that to kind of be who he is.
Okay. Kind of like a Cam Newton vibe. But Cam Newton had a better arm at his age. So, I don't know. I got him quarterback 7. You got him 6.
He has too much of a cannon. That's the thing.
He just control it.
Throws it over everybody's head. We'll see how it goes this year if he can make that leap. If he does make the leap and he isn't really mistake prone and he can improve his accuracy, the Bills can make some noise. But once again, they have a very tough schedule. The whole division does.
Yeah. Yeah, they start off pretty tough too. Well, no, they don't. They got the Jets, Dolphins. Then
they start soft, and then
Rams,
they get harder in the middle.
Rams are tough. Raiders are easy. Then you got the Titans, Chiefs, Jets, Seahawks.
Titans defense isn't really.
Their schedule's a little bit more attractive to me than the Jets and the Dolphins.
Their playoff schedule though is brutal.
Brutal. You're right. I'm looking at it. Not easy.
Steelers, Broncos, Patriots.
Yep. Yeah, I don't like that.
Not good at all.
Steelers, Broncos, Patriots. That's tough.
That is tough for all of the receivers involved.
That's tough.
That we spoke about. I do like John Brown though, just as another guy, like a Perriman. Grab him late.
You think he can?
Diggs will probably open up. He might open up John Brown a few more times deep. John
Brown was a kind of a very stud last year for people, man. Very consistent. We had him in that league we're playing.
He had almost 1,000 yards last year.
He had 1,000 yards. He had 1,000 yards, and 6 touchdowns, 72 catches.
Just not sure what his ceiling can be.
He averaged 15 yards a catch.
Diggs there.
Oh, I agree. I think it's going to take definitely some volume away from him, for sure, especially downfield. I think that's where he strives, Josh Allen, downfield. That's what he has, a fucking cannon. That's why I think Diggs is going to be good. I don't know. I don't know. Then we can. So I got them winning 10 games. I got them tied with the Pats at 10-6. I got them going to the playoffs.
I'm at 9-7.
Yeah,
Right behind Buffalo.
They're a playoff team. They have a lot of swing games as well. A lot of games where they could win or they could lose. Tough schedule though. Tough schedule. The AFC East. Hard to like judge fantasy wise, especially with the power shift. Like we don't know what's gonna happen with the Pats with Tom Brady gone.
They're
interesting.
It's so uncertain right now.
So we'll talk about them, I guess. Last team.
I think that Edelman's always, for me. I don't think he's not gonna do what he did last year. He was wide receiver 7 in PPR.
That's
some of the best numbers of his career. But I think
high.
he's still going to be a reliable PPR receiver, wide receiver 2 or 3.
What about N'Keal Harry?
I'm not interested.
You put him in the same conversation as Perriman and John Brown?
Not really.
Okay. I don't think he goes undrafted though.
He's not the boom kind of player. We haven't seen anything from him, dude. I don't know what to think. And it just came out literally today from Pat's training camp that he can't get separation against our secondary. And I just don't know. That was his problem last year. He couldn't get separation. He was never open.
You're right. He wasn't.
So I just don't know. I'm not gonna really. There's other guys I'd rather take that chance with.
The receiving core is very interesting. It's a very interesting receiver core. It's headlined by Sanu. Sanu is going to be their outside one. I mean, even though he's been a slot receiver his whole career, but he's not going to be able to do that with Jules. Jules is the middle guy. He's going to play slot. He's not playing the outside. So you're going to have Sanu and N'Keal Harry and Edelman. And if N'Keal Harry can't get separation, they brought a kid in. I don't know if you know this name, but this is a guy. He's really fast. And he can blow the top off. And I have him written down as a sleeper. Somebody messaged me way back before we even did the Fantasy Dad show and sent me a thing on Instagram showing me that they signed him. And when he was in Arizona last year, him and Kyler connected on a lot of deep balls. Not a lot, but a significant amount of deep balls with their injuries at receiver. He's fast, man. He's a guy to keep an eye on. That's all I'm
out of that same little training camp blurb, it actually said Damiere Byrd has been standing out.
Yeah,
but I don't know how much we're really gonna read into these things because every year we do the same thing. We read into them too much, but it's interesting.
It is because
we really don't know who's going to emerge.
Right. Well, they also got Jacoby Myers still.
No one's drafting Mohamed Sanu.
No one's drafting any of these guys besides Edelman.
You could probably grab Mohamed Sanu in the last round and see how it shakes out because I think he could build up pretty good chemistry with a guy like Cam Newton.
He's never really been that guy, though. You know, I feel like Cam Newton he needs a guy. He needs that guy.
Second choice.
He needs the guy that's going to be his option off the rip, like a Steve Smith, like Mashoun Muhammad. The guys like that, like right off the snap of the ball, he's going to look his way. He doesn't really have that in New England unless he builds a repertoire with Jules on the slant routes and stuff like that. But we don't know if Jules can even run good routes. Those routes might have been built from Tom Brady throwing the ball where it had to be. You know what I mean? Jules might go out there and he might not get these balls thrown to him where Tom Brady was throwing it to him. It might be a little different. I don't know. And he's
honest, I don't even know what our offense is going to look completely different.
Yeah, dude.
They're going to they're tailoring the playbook. Cam Newton.
As much as they don't want to say it. As much as they don't want to say it, and they want to say it's a quarterback competition, I don't think so.
Jarrett Stidham threw 3 interceptions today.
I saw that.
Practice.
I saw that.
But he's going to lose himself the job. Probably. That's that.
Right
Cam's going to start. They want Cam to start. They're going to tailor the offense to him. But we haven't seen a different offense in 20 years.
It's going to be crazy.
So they're incredibly hard to project.
That's why I like Bird. I think Bird is a guy, no one's going to draft him. You don't even have to draft him.
Not even a chance.
Just put him on your list. Watch him.
Grab him with some fab dollars. if he pops on.
I don't know. I got this feeling Cam Newton likes the guy to go deep. He likes that guy who can burn the top of the defense off. Bird can do that, dude. He can do that. I'm forgetting the other guy he had in Carolina. I don't know why. I know Steve Smith, just same kind of build, 5'10", fast, quick.
I don't think he played with Steve Smith much.
He did, though.
Maybe a couple years, but I'm thinking more like he had a Kelvin Benjamin, and he made him relevant for a couple seasons.
Kelvin Benjamin.
He's not a burner. He was the big red zone target. So who was the other guy with Kelvin Benjamin?
I don't know. I'll look it up in a second here. But let's talk about their running backs while I look this up. So out of camp today, we got some news. Damian Harris is happy to be getting heavy early down workload on the Patriots with Sony Michel on the pup and being an absolute bum. And you bring in Lamar Miller to kind of give you some depth, but then he ends up on the pup after signing. Who knows how long they'll be on the pup for? Wait, I think Lamar has to be on there until week 6, right? And then I don't think Sony does. I think he hopped on the pup before that little rule. And then you got Rex.
No, they can both come off the pup before the start of the season.
Okay. All right, so I'm wrong. But still, them not being there right now is definitely, especially with the new quarterback, new offense. You're going to want the guy who's been there to get the reps to start for your team. He was also a third-round pick. Damian Harris has been my deep sleeper since the start of the fantasy research this year. Keep him on your radar. I posted a video today on Instagram. I picked him in the 11th round in a mock draft. And to me, that was reaching at the time. But now it's like, if you want shares of the Patriots offense, you want Damian Harris, don't be scared of Rex Burkhead. I got a feeling he's not going to make the team. Especially Damian Harris kind of shows that he can be the every down back. James White's going to be the third down guy. He's going to get his shit. He's going to be the PPR machine that he is, which could be an interesting guy to have on your team. Definitely worth a draft pick. Probably around that range, 9th, 10th round. I don't know where he's getting paid. I don't know his ADP right now, but he's in that tier for me, probably around 9, 10. Because he's not a guy who's going to get goal line work anymore with Tom Brady not there. I don't think that's going to be the look he's going to have. Because when Brady's there, he was on the field in first and goal out of shotgun. I don't think that's going to happen with Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton's going to line up in power I with Jacob Johnson, or Johansson, whatever his last name is, Damian Harris behind him, and they're going to feed the ball up the middle. Or they're going to run with Cam Newton. I think that's going to be the offense in the red zone this year. So I like Damian Harris a lot. I mean, LeGarrette Blount, he's not as big as Blount, but Blount was a specialist at that, and Bill Belichick loves that. I mean, look, he did LeGarrette Blount, Jonas Gray, Jarvis Green Ellis. I could go on. It doesn't really matter, If you got a running back that he likes, like
Lawrence Maroney.
Lawrence Maroney,
my guy.
Just guys like that, man. If they can run the ball up the gap in the middle, like that power I offense, especially in the red zone. Keep Damian Harris in your.
Well, Damian Harris could just come out and be everything they wanted Sony Michel to be.
Right.
What's that?
Well, Sony Michel, he got the opportunity last year. He was getting games where he was getting 20-plus carries, but he couldn't do shit with it.
There's some ridiculous stat about the amount of carries he had compared to what he put up for fantasy points. It was just ridiculous. Something that's never been done before. I don't remember the exact figure, but he was just historically bad and inefficient.
Yeah.
And he's on the PUP. He's hurt. Another surgery. I would take him off of everybody's draft board.
Well,
and snag Harris late. Okay. I like that.
So let's talk tight end real quick, because we know how much Cam Newton likes his tight ends. He loves Greg Olsen. Got Greg Olsen the ball a lot. If Cam Newton's going to be the quarterback for the Patriots, do you buy stock into the rookie tight end Asiasi?
In a dynasty league, sure.
Okay. He's not.
You can't draft him in a redraft unless it's like maybe a 16-team league. You would have no reason to draft him. Why? He's a guy that maybe. Why?
Just his history.
Just other guys. But they have another tight end.
Yeah, he's a blocker. He's a blocker. He's a blocker. He's a blocking tight end. They already said
Ryan Izzo was a blocking tight end.
Who?
Is Ryan Izzo's going to get cut?
Ryan Izzo's probably going to get cut. Yeah. Why would they draft Dalton Keene? As a
blocking tight end. Why would they draft two tight ends? I really have no idea what the team's going to do. Our home team, for the first time in 20 years, I have no idea what it's going to look like.
And the guy I was thinking of was Ted Ginn Jr., Devin Funchess, Brandon LaFell.
Ted Ginn. Yep. Then it was Elvin Benjamin, Brandon LaFell, and then Funchess more recently. So he likes the big red zone guy, which is what N'Keal Harry should be.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just no good news coming out about it. So
there never really is. It's too bad.
Bird could be the Ted Ginn Jr.
Hey, man. Hey, Bird. Wait, this is from a homer too. I'm a homer. I'm a fucking Pats fan. Get over it. Damian Harris, Bird, Cam Newton. To me, are the three guys on this team that I would consider drafting. Bird is a guy who I'm going to have on my watch list, and I'm sure everybody in our league who sees this video is going to have him on their watch list. It's a guy, man. He's a guy to remember. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to end it at that. When he blows up in week 1 or 2 and gets 3 touchdowns downfield from Cam Newton and has over 100 yards receiving, oof. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. The dude's fast, bro.
You are going off right now.
He's fast. Go watch his tape. Go watch his. Go on YouTube right now.
I remember him in Arizona, but
not even Arizona. I'm talking college. Go watch him in college. Watch his tape.
3 touchdowns, though. We're lofty expectations.
We'll see, man.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's all you can say, really, right? We'll see. We'll fucking see.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
I got the Pats winning the division 10-6.
This team. I mean, we just have to bank on Bill Belichick. And I mean, what Cam Newton has always been when he's healthy.
So
fantasy relevant.
All we have to do is bank on the best coach of all time.
Exactly. Which, I mean, we can do that.
Sounds pretty comfortable to me.
Well, that's why I said they're 9-7, and that's higher than a lot of people.
Oh, everybody else.
We're Patriots fans. Non-Patriots fans think we're gonna tank.
Why?
I think we're gonna win like 3 or 4 games this year.
That makes zero sense.
I have a bet actually with a guy at work that all we have to do is go 8-8. And
Bill Belichick went 11-5 with Matt Castle. He got Matt Castle a huge contract from the Chiefs.
That was 05. Did we still have a really good defense in 05? I'm pretty sure we did.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know.
Oh no, that was 08. That was 08. That was after the undefeated season. It was 08. And I think those were the years where our defense kind of stunk.
They sucked.
Our defense stunk, and we might have still went 11-5. And our defense probably not going to be very good this year. We lost like half of it. We still have Gilmore and the McCourties.
So but, everybody out there who thinks they're gonna suck, take that note, 11-5 with Matt Castle, and now you got a team with Cam Newton, former MVP, way more talent-wise through the roof compared to fucking Matt Castle. I don't see how they finished last, and I was being hard on them. I said 10-6.
Well, man.
I'm being hard on them. I don't know, man.
Right, I got a little tidbit for you there.
I don't want to hear it.
Do you remember? Matt Castle should be a linebacker. You remember that? He made that special teams tackle. He should be playing linebacker. You remember that? Oh my god.
Man, what a legend. What a legend.
Right?
Oh man, that was in like 12th grade, right? No, that would be in sophomore year.
Not even soon. It was high school at some point.
Sophomore year in Falcone's room. I remember. No, Zabelli's room. I remember it.
Yeah, our high school class told us Matt Castle should be playing linebacker.
Did you see that tackle? He should be playing linebacker. I'll never forget it. Anyway.
It was a great analysis.
So yeah, I got the Pats finishing 10-6. I was hard on them. I could see that easily being more just because of Bill Belichick. Because the potential Cam Newton still has at age 31.
10-6 is not hard on them with this schedule.
What do you mean?
Like, we could be, even with Tom Brady, like, this is a tough schedule, bro. We have to go to Seattle. We have to go to Kansas City. The Niners come in. I mean, and there's no home field advantage anymore. There's no fans.
I mean, you got them at 9-7. You got one game.
9-7. I still, yeah.
Okay.
But you're saying you're hard on them.
I think we can beat
That's
a lot.
Not hard on them.
I think we can beat
a lot of these teams. I think we're both being generous.
I think we could beat a lot of those teams I got them losing to. They could easily be 11-5 again. Oh, I don't know. Call me a homer, whatever you want.
I do have them beating. I have them going to LA and beating the Rams.
Of course.
Because the Rams, I just don't believe in them, and Belichick already stole their mojo. But even still, I mean, the Ravens, the Niners, Chiefs, the Seahawks, Chargers, the Bills. None of them are easy.
So let's go through the schedule quick. We got some time here.
Even the Cardinals. Cardinals are going to put up a fight this year.
All right, so Dolphins, Pats. In New England, that's a win.
Dub.
Pats at
That's
Seahawks. Pats at Seahawks.
L.
I got that an L. Raiders at Pats, that's a dub. Pats at Chiefs, I'll give that an L.
L.
Broncos at Pats, that's a dub. 49ers at Pats, I got that as a dub.
L. That's an L.
That's our difference right there. Then that's got to be our difference. I got them beating I got them beating Jimmy G. There's no way Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come into Foxborough and beat Bill Belichick. No way.
Oh man.
No way.
That defense was legit.
No way. Bills, Pats.
It depends on how our rookie linebackers and everything look.
Well,
I mean, that's who's going to be playing.
They got some hype on that Uche guy.
Uche. Yeah, they were talking about him on the radio today. He blew up some big running plays, but we lost everybody.
Yeah, we'll see. That's good. It's good that you're not as high as him as I am. That way you can bring me down to life when we're playing in the regular season.
Like if we start losing a couple games in a row, and you need to be consoled.
So out of this division, I already said my deep sleeper. That's Bird. Do you have one?
Oh yeah, we forgot to mention him when we talked about the Bills, but there's hype on Dawson Knox looking much improved this year. Better as a blocker, and just all around better. I mean, tight ends are ugly, so it's just another name to file away.
Dawson
as
Knox.
Someone who could potentially jump into the next tier.
He's definitely a dynasty target. I have him in that dynasty league that we have Sleeper. I have him on my team. He had some hype last year, a little bit, nothing crazy. Huh?
He's there, and he's there starting tight end.
So that's cool. All right,
so,
I like Dawson.
If he improves, he'll be a deep sleeper.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Damian Harris, but he's not a deep sleeper anymore. So
that's not a deep sleeper.
Nope, not anymore. He's gonna be by the time we draft our teams, he will be. I'm gonna say by August 20, the day of our draft. I'm trying to think of the date, dude. 26th? Is that the day of our draft? August 26th, he will be a 5th round pick. That's how weak the running backs is. I'm just saying. That's my prediction. I think he's a guy. If you're drafting now,
yeah, I know. Once the hype starts rolling, it does
rolls.
get out of control. So
Let's remember I picked Darwin Thompson last year in the 5th round in a lot of leagues, and he ended up not seeing the field at all.
Whoa.
I'm riding the fucking Damian Harris train. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure I picked Darwin like the 7th or 8th.
Let's go, Pats.
I took Justice Hill last year too, man. I went with
what happened to Justice Hill, dude? What happened to that guy?
They just didn't give him the ball. Everyone was talking about him like it was gonna be Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara 1-2 punch, and then he just didn't get the ball.
Disappeared.
My guess is he's just not as good as everybody thought he was.
And then they went and they drafted J.K. Dobbins.
Now they draft J.K. Dobbins, so I'm like, well, that's it then.
Poor Justice Hill.
Justice
was not served for Justice Hill.
Dobbins could just immediately push Mark Ingram to a relevancy, and then Hill could have like a pass catching role. But
they gave it to Kenneth Dixon, didn't they? I don't know.
Nah, that was a few years ago, right?
A few years ago, dude. I don't know.
I don't know. I think Dobbins is probably gonna get all the Gus Edwards work
this
year, and could get
what a legend
more.
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for fantasy football, just because he was great. He's great. He's actually really
stagnant.
We'll talk about him. I like Gus. I like Gus Bus, dude. Poor man. That dude averages a shit ton of yards on the ground. Wasn't his yards per carry at like 5 change? I think it
Might have
was.
been.
I think it was
With
last
that
year.
team, that's just what they do.
Oh, the Ghost Bus.
They're just gonna run a ton of this year. It's gonna be fun. They're gonna just steamroll people. And they have one of the best defenses in the league. But we're not talking about them today.
Oh, the Ravens. Anyway, that's it today, I guess. That's AFC East. We didn't do any games on the Instagram
AFC
story.
East.
But yeah, we dug in. We kind of went in there. Went a little deeper, like I said, in the Pats. But that's cool. That's who we are.
We can pop up one of these over-unders here real quick. I'm gonna bring one up.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me get it.
Bring one.
Fire away. I got one. I got one. Hold on, I got one for you. Cam Newton.
Right,
Cam Newton over under 20 touchdowns passing.
20 passing touchdowns. Give me the over.
Okay.
Give me the over on it. Why not?
All right, what's yours? Go ahead.
He might throw like 22. So I'm gonna take from our list here.
Okay.
This is an easy one, really. I mean, Alvin Kamara 90 catches.
Under.
I'm also under.
Yeah, I don't.
Every year he's had 80.
Yeah.
He'll probably just be right around 80 again.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's very good, but 90 is a lot.
Okay.
We set that bar a little high.
Let me get another one.
Oh, those are fun to do, though.
Give me another one. Feed him.
Derrick Henry, 15 rushing touchdowns.
Over.
50 under.
You're gonna go under?
That's so many touchdowns. He had 16 last year.
Yeah.
I'll give him 13 or 14 this year.
Why can't he do that again?
You could probably have more.
That's what I'm saying.
But just not easy to do.
Hey, what's the record for rushing touchdowns? How many? Was it LT?
Was it Priest Holmes or LaDainian? LaDainian Tomlinson was like all-purpose touchdowns, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it Sean Alexander?
I think it was 20. Oh, LT with 28. All right, so never mind. He's not gonna get 28, but I got the over. I like Derrick Henry. I think he's a stud. I think he's a little undervalued, but he's still a first-round pick.
Yeah, you're right.
There's some people that are getting picked ahead of him that I don't agree with. But all right, what else you got? Got another one for me? Give me one more. I'm on the show.
Sean Alexander was second, and Priest Holmes was third. So I said the other two names.
They all played together
more?
too. They were all relevant in fantasy football at the same time.
Oh, they were all studs back when like everyone was all running back all the time back then. PPR wasn't like it is now.
Remember Larry Johnson?
Larry Johnson. That's a name.
Right? Took over for Priest Holmes.
He's an interesting cat right now if you want to go look up his Twitter.
I'm good.
He is interesting.
Because I hit in the head too many times.
On some shit. Mike Evans, 75 catches.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to go with the under. Hey, did you hear the report about Gronk?
That he's in New England shape. He's struggling with the heat.
He's struggling with the heat. But he's the reason why I'm going to go under. I think the Gronk targets are going to be a lot higher than people think.
Wow. So Mike Evans has gone over 75 catches twice in his career. But I'm also going to go under because Godwin wasn't really around then. Gronk wasn't around then. I think he'll go over 1,000 yards with 60-something catches just because of the way kind of wide receiver that he is.
If I had to guess with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I have a feeling they're going to run double tights a lot. So I think that's going to take away a lot of looks from Mike Evans. Because last year, a lot of the times the Bucs would spread offense pretty much almost every play. But that was with Jameis Winston, who's somewhat mobile. Not that he was mobile, but he wasn't as fragile as Brady is at 43 or 42.
Brady's pliable, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pliable my ass, dude.
He's pliable.
He's old. He gets hit hard by somebody off the edge. He's gonna get hurt.
You think is he gonna wear the visor in game?
I don't know.
They can still do that, right?
Yeah.
No, they haven't made some dumb rule about visors yet.
No.
I'm sure that's coming down.
Sure.
They monitor the cleats. I mean, Odell's been fined how many times for his uniform?
He still does it.
But if Tom Brady comes out wearing a visor, the league better be on notice.
Watch out, dude. A 4-year-old with a
Boy,
visor
watch.
is not good.
The man is wearing a visor.
But keep it at AFC East. I got one for you. I got Preston Williams over under 6 touchdowns.
Oof.
And we'll say Ryan Fitzpatrick's the quarterback up until week 11.
Under. Let's just say he gets about 5.
Okay. I got the over. I'll take the over. Not by much though. Not by much. Maybe 7 or 8, but I'll take the over. And then Lev Bell over under 3 touchdowns.
Slam the over.
I can't believe that.
That's like Leonard Fournette, dude. It's like, how?
Over under 100 catches. Unreal.
How could you only score 3 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Given the amount of times you handled the ball. And I know because they don't have that many opportunities to score. They're a bad football team, but that's pathetic. You gotta do better. Both of them.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it then. We'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check us out on YouTube and Instagram. The things have been going on below us this whole time. Just search the Fantasy Dads will come up. We post player spotlights on Instagram 4 times a week. I'm really trying to get the Instagram story going again. It's just really hard managing this and that, but it'll be live. I get the YouTube videos out. It's all great. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to us, interact if you want in the comments. We always reply, and we always talk about it on the show if it's worthy enough to talk about in the show. We also got a T-shirt out in the merch store. Make sure you check that out. The link posted a couple times in the chat. That's it, man. We'll be back Monday with Mock Monday. Not sure what we're going to do yet.
Monday.
Oh, we're doing the Dynasty. We're doing the Dynasty mock draft. It's going to be different. We're going to talk a little bit about Dynasty fantasy football. We're actually going to be doing a league this year. First time for us both. So we're going to talk about some rules and stuff like that, how it's different from redraft, how it's different from keeper leagues. And then we're going to do a mock draft for it. For 12-team, full point PPR. We got double flex, right, in this league? Double flex.
3 wide receivers and 2 flex.
And 2 flexes.
So it's going to be deep.
Deep league. So we're excited for that. So make sure you guys tune in for that. It'll be 8:30 p.m. on Monday. And then Tuesday we'll be back with the regular show. We might talk about next week. Let's do the NFC North.
Yeah, that's a good division.
Cool. We'll do NFC
Talk
North.
about Green Bay.
We'll do NFC North next week, and then 1 week close to the fucking football season. Pretty soon we're gonna have to start doing 2 divisions a week.
This week would have been preseason week 2 already.
I know.
We would have had some actual football to be talking about.
Hard Knocks tonight. If you got HBO, go.
Dude, I haven't even watched the first episode yet.
Check it out. Behind. 10 p.m. comes out in an hour. 1 hour. But if you're here for Apex Season 6, I'll be live in about 5 minutes. Gonna make the switch now. But Kev, I'll talk to you soon, bro. Appreciate you coming.
Yes, sir, buddy. I will see you.
Yes, sir.